Your mind is not your own. Freud might have been wrong in the details, but one of his main ideas, that a lot of our behaviors and beliefs and emotions are driven by factors we are unaware of, turns out to be correct. If you're in a happy, optimistic, ambitious mood, check the weather. Sunny days make people happier and more helpful. In a taste test, you're likely to have a strong preference for the first sample you taste, even if all of the samples are identical. The more often you see a person or an object, the more you'll like it. Mating decisions are based partly on smell. Our cognitive failings are legion. We take a few anecdotes and make incorrect generalizations, we misinterpret information to support our preconceptions, and we're easily distracted or swayed by irrelevant details. And what we think of as memories are merely stories we tell ourselves anew each time we recall an event. That's true even for flashbulb memories, the ones that feel as though they've been burned into the brain. We're all apes. It's kind of deflating, isn't it? Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection can be inspiring. Perhaps you're awed by the vastness of geologic time or marvel at the variety of Earth's creatures. The ability to appreciate and understand nature is just the sort of thing that is supposed to make us special, but instead it allowed us to realize that we're merely a recent variation on the primate body plan. We may have a greater capacity for abstract thought than chimps do, but we're weaker than gorillas, less agile in the treetops than orangutans and more ill-tempered than bonobos. Our ape ancestry conflicts with every culture's creation myth and isn't particularly intuitive, but everything we've learned since then, in biology, geology, genetics, paleontology, even chemistry and physics, supports his great insight. The universe is made of stuff we can barely begin to imagine. Everything you probably think of when you think of the universe, planets, stars, galaxies, black holes, dust, makes up just 4% of whatever is out there. The rest comes in two flavors of dark, or unknown stuff, dark matter, at 23% of the universe, and dark energy, at a whopping 73%. Scientists have some ideas about what dark matter might be, exotic and still hypothetical particles, but they have hardly a clue about dark energy. University of Chicago cosmologist Michael S. Turner ranks dark energy as the most profound mystery in all of science. The effort to solve it has mobilized a generation of astronomers in a rethinking of physics and cosmology to rival and perhaps surpass the revolution Galileo inaugurated on an autumn evening in Padua. Dark energy has inspired us to ask, as if for the first time, what is this cosmos we call home? The microbes are gaining on us. Antibiotics and vaccines have saved millions of lives. Without these wonders of modern medicine, many of us would have died in childhood of polio, mumps or smallpox. But some microbes are evolving faster than we can find ways to fight them. The influenza virus mutates so quickly that last year's vaccination is usually ineffective against this year's bug. Hospitals are infested with antibiotic-resistant Staphylococcus bacteria that can turn a small cut into a limb or life-threatening infection. And new diseases keep jumping from animals to humans: Ebola from apes, SARS from masked palm civets, hantavirus from rodents, bird flu from birds, swine flu from swine. Even tuberculosis, the disease that killed Frederick Chopin and Henry David Thoreau, is making a comeback, in part because some strains of the bacterium have developed multi-drug resistance. Even in the 21st century, it's quite possible to die of consumption. We've already changed the climate for the rest of this century. The mechanics of climate change aren't that complex. We burn fossil fuels, a byproduct of that burning is carbon dioxide. It enters the atmosphere and traps heat, warming the surface of the planet. The consequences are already apparent. Glaciers are melting faster than ever, flowers are blooming earlier, and plants and animals are moving to more extreme latitudes and altitudes to keep cool. Even more disturbing is the fact that carbon dioxide lingers in the atmosphere for hundreds of years. We have just begun to see the effects of human-induced climate change, and the predictions for what's to come range from dire to catastrophic. Thanks so much for watching and supporting my channel. Please, don't forget to subscribe.